Dear Mississippi, regarding House Bill 1523. Dear Mississippi, we visited Quincy just a couple of weeks back, Durrett Cemetery a bit south of Amory, the spot where Bert's mom rests. We stopped at the Walmart for silks and stems to add to what he had already bought. He arranged the blooms, placed some on another grave, his aunt's, pointed out his sister's spots, the plot set for himself, a wife, 3 kids. While he worked, I wandered over to the fence, the drift of wind-blown flowers stuck there in the wire, some tossed over in the woods, colors fading in the shade and dead leaves. I asked Bert what he would have been had he stayed. He said, bitter. We both laughed, but thought about that. What if we'd never met, never married? Dear Mississippi, it really makes me happy that you consider poetry among the primary goods and services related to the solemnization, formation, celebration, or recognition of any marriage. That is, Mississippi officially recognizes poetry as a good. List it between photography and videography in HB 1523, poets coming before florists, dressmakers, bakers, disc jockeys, wedding planners, limousine rentals, even jewelry. I knew that cake would be there, embattled bakers, the emblem now, poster children of principled resistance for those who would refuse to recognize my marriage or others like it. It's odd, though, to think of poets among those declining to provide services to couples getting married. Odder still, I suppose, to think of those couples paying poets to write something ceremonious, some lines about love, an epithalamion maybe, an ode. Dear Mississippi, I think about that plot, my husband's spot beside his mother at that Quincy cemetery, a script that won't be filled, the wife, 3 kids. Mississippi, I forgot to say that his dad's not there anymore, still alive, remarried, and then she died, and now he lives nearby in Carolina. Not sure where he'll lie when he's gone. He had his name and husband scraped off that ornate double stone, intent to rest beside his second wife in Amory. Mississippi, would you let a funeral home refuse to bury me beside Bert, a gravedigger refuse to dig the hole, the pallbearers refuse to take hold of the casket, the mason refuse to carve the stone, since that would be to recognize the union of 2 men? Dear Mississippi, you're quite lovely in March, forsythia in bloom, redbuds in the woods, irises and jonquils coming up in country yards, the sky all white and wet with light. We met about 20 years ago on a day like this and wed 10 years later, the sky clearing just in time for a horse-drawn carriage and 2 men in suits and smiles, their calla lily boutonnieres. It wasn't legal, of course, despite the minister in church, the vows, the guest, the Elvis impersonator at the reception. I wrote a poem for the program, a reflection on what is real and what is not. Memory of working the garden with my beloved, memory of a niece's wedding, 2nd, 3rd, the silk roses with dewdrops of glue. I thought of that when we got to get that document, the one that finally made us legal, though one of us had to sign the box marked bride, the form's not yet caught up to what the law allowed. Mississippi, I'm glad that you recognize the good of poetry. I just wish you'd recognize the good of this, a man tending his mother's grave, his love beside him, handing him scissors and stems, the wire that binds it all together.